Love you.
Good morning, Frank. Frank and
morning,
Pat,
Pat.
live from Sycamore Reserve. Our friend Darlene's sitting down here with us. It's been an interesting morning, though, Frank.
Has it?
Yeah, I must say, Darlene brought something. She has a daily reading.
Stoicism.
It's called Stoicism, right? It's not necessarily like this, but they're good. They're good things to keep hold of and remember because we all do the same things. Her particular one this morning talked about, something happens, you get angry, and then the angrier you get, the deeper down that hole you go. So
Yeah.
so it says, you get to a point, once you stop digging,
Yeah.
right? Stop digging and get your mind back right. And it's getting your mind set back on God. Interestingly enough, God had brought me to Proverbs this morning, but the reason being was yesterday um, I I was able to use our van, our bus, because it's got a lift on it. And I went out to the airport yesterday because one of my very close friends, 27-year-old daughter, a little less than 3 months ago, 27, been boating their whole life, but hit a wave and it knocked her off the boat, and she lost her left leg up above her hip. Now think about
Whoa.
that. Above her hip. Now her fiance got in that water and saved her life, and I'm still, I told Jordan yesterday, I just hugged him, I said, you are everybody's hero, that young, and to be able to do things. But she lost her entire left leg up to her hip, because when she got off the plane, I mean, she sat like this because she has nothing to support
Oh my.
her over here, and so anyway, it was beautiful. But her attitude, because I know her very well and got to spend, first time I've spent any time with her, but out there after they had gotten off the private plane that they were fortunate enough to have, I got to just talk to her a little bit, but her, just an incredible attitude. So she's got some vision already going forward. Now, I just know there's still going to come, I can't even imagine the time she's still going to have a lot of emotional issues with this, and there's no point ever asking why, because it's done, right? But it's
Yeah.
just like, wow. But regardless, I mean, the good news was when they called me a number of months back, they were already looking at rehab places, and the best maybe in the whole country is right out here on the west side, Indianapolis,
Really?
Indiana Rehab, and it is beautiful. I've been out there a number of times to check it out and whatnot, and so it's worked out. They loved it, and they're here. And last night I got them out there after they landed, and got them out to the rehab center, and I talked to him last night, and Scott says yes, he loves it, and it's great, and it's gonna be good for her, but it's gonna be a long. I mean, I can't even imagine the long road it will be.
Yes.
And but Proverbs in 28, it talks about people who've had a sad past, and are they able to believe in a bright future? Because Proverbs 28:18 says that where there is no vision, people perish. Simple, but true. When you don't feel like you have anything to live for, or if you don't feel like you've got anything to contribute, or if you just find that you're not, maybe you don't feel relevant anymore, bad place to be. Stop, turn to God. He's there. God has, if we're still on this earth, God has a plan for each and every one of us, because there is solid good that each and every one of us can do, even if it's just for one purpose or one person. And that I believe in wholeheartedly. And like you said, Frank, or like Mother Teresa says, you can't believe what good a simple smile can do, you know, or just making sure you tell somebody you love them, or just reaching out to anybody and just say, hey, I'm thinking of you. So anyway, Frank, it's God is so good. You know, there was another one in Isaiah that I love. That's okay. Won't go too long. Positivity. Bingo. That's the key. We got to stay positive. Now, those like Nicole, was so impressed. And she wasn't putting on any show. That girl's she's strong, she's a fighter, but man, she's gonna do well.
That's impressive.
Oh my goodness, what she's going through. But, you know, we all have our deals, right? I mean, you got your deal. Darlene has hers. I've certainly got mine. There's nothing to that. We always got to remember somebody's going to have it tougher. But we have a Savior who is there for us, providing that we look to Him for the guidance. And that we take the time to be still. To be still and know that He is God. Psalm 46, be still and know that He is God. He's there for us. So Frank,
Yes, Frank.
that's what I have had on my mind this morning. And you got any of your beautiful Trafalgar wisdom to share?
Well, I'm going down to Franklin today my sister Sue and I are going down to visit with my high school class, and a couple of classes get together at Bob Evans down in Franklin, and I'm looking forward to that. But I heard from Victor briefed me on Brother Edward and his situation this morning, and as always, they're struggling.
Yeah.
Folks, there's a church in Kenya,
That's who we support.
Ebenezer Hosanna, and they got a lot of love for the Lord, and they got children they're trying to feed, and widows they're trying to feed, and Brother Edward sometimes feeds people with his rent money, and
God bless them.
and so, and then they're trying. We got them set up. They grew some corn one year and ate off of it for 2 years. But now they're trying to get their money together to plant another crop, and they're trying to pay Brother Edward's rent. And my problem, Pat, is this: when I suffer, I call on the Lord, and I turn it over. And I do pretty good with that. But it is really hard for me to turn it over and release it to God when it's other people, my friends and family, and just people that I can see they're down and they need help, and I don't see where that help is going to come from. And so today I'm just praying for Brother Edward and his family and his church, his ministry, and everybody in this world that is in need and doesn't see where their help is going to come from. God can answer our prayers. I'm praying for everybody. I'm praying for your friend that lost her leg. I'm praying for the children that seem to have no hope for the future. I have no wisdom except trust God and believe and pray. So there's where I'm at today.
Good, love it. That's a good place to be. God bless you all.